Hello, Tottenham fans. Are you ready to help us hit the incredible milestone of 2,000 subscribers? Join our journey by smashing that subscribe button and turning on notifications. Stick around until the end for exclusive Spurs content you won't want to miss. Let's build the ultimate community of Tottenham supporters together. Tottenham Hotspur is going through a challenging season, with problems not limited to on-field performance but also extending to administrative decisions that have caused significant dissatisfaction both among the fans and within the club. The team is currently facing a tough period, sitting in an uncomfortable position on the league table and leaving supporters increasingly frustrated. Despite the squad's high ambitions, the current season has been marked by a series of setbacks that have made it difficult to achieve positive results, intensifying the pressure on everyone involved at the club. Ange Postecoglou's work, brought in to introduce a fresh dynamic to Tottenham, has been deeply affected by injuries to some of his key players. For much of the season, the manager has been without several of his main names, which has hindered his tactical options and the ability to implement his desired style of play. In the attacking department, the absence of players like Solanke, Richarlison, Timo Werner, Odobert, and Brennan Johnson has caused significant difficulties, leaving the team with few viable alternatives and making playmaking more complex and ineffective. The defense has also suffered due to a high number of injuries, further compromising the team's structure. Players such as Christian Romero, Mickey van der Ven, Ben Davies, and Roderick Dragusin have been sidelined for long periods, damaging the defensive stability. With the squad weakened in crucial areas, the club found itself forced to seek reinforcements in the transfer market, hoping to address these deficiencies and give the team the boost needed for improvement. However, the performance during the January transfer window fell short of expectations, with difficulties in securing players who could make a difference. Frustration with the transfer window was evident among the fans, leading to criticism of the club's management. Chairman Daniel Levy now finds himself facing increasing scrutiny over the work of sporting director Johan Lange. The lack of essential reinforcements, especially during a period when the team was dealing with several injuries, has further intensified the pressure on Lange. Tottenham needed to be more proactive and effective in negotiations, but the lack of action has resulted in a sense of dissatisfaction among supporters, who expected more from the team's management. Club expert John Wenham expressed concern over Lange's situation, stating that his credibility has been severely damaged by the failures in the transfer window. The inability to strengthen the team during this critical period has exposed weaknesses in the club's sporting management, raising doubts about Lange's continued position. If the issues persist, it is likely that the sporting director's role will be reviewed at the end of the season, with Tottenham considering changes to their management structure in an attempt to reverse the situation and give the team a new direction. Tottenham Hotspur, once a beacon of vibrant and exciting football, now finds itself trapped in a cycle of mediocrity where the beautiful game has all but disappeared from their playbook. Once a team known for its attacking verve, swift counterattacks, and defensive solidity, Tottenham's recent performances have left fans despondent, as the flair and creativity that defined their best years seem like distant memories. The passion that once flooded through the stadium now seems to be replaced with frustration, as a once promising side struggles to assert itself on the pitch. The commitment to playing attacking, fearless football, which had long been a hallmark of their style, has slowly eroded, leaving a team that lacks the identity that once made them stand out among the elite. This decline has not been the result of a single event, but a series of failures, both on and off the pitch, that have contributed to the death of the high-pressing, dynamic football that once made them a force to be reckoned with. The relentless injuries that have ravaged key players, the failure to secure vital reinforcements during critical windows, and the erosion of tactical discipline have all played a part in the downfall. What was once a team brimming with promise has become a shadow of itself, unable to recover from these setbacks. With each passing week, it feels as though the death of the good football that defined their golden years becomes more irreversible, leaving supporters wondering if they will ever witness the return of the fast-paced, exhilarating football they once cherished. The decline of Tottenham Hotspur's once dazzling style of play has sparked deep reflection among supporters. What was once a team that lit up the Premier League with its pace, intensity, and clinical finishing has been replaced by a group seemingly stuck in a never-ending cycle of underachievement. As each match passes, fans are left wondering, can the club ever reclaim its former glory? The question now lingers in the air, and the answer, it seems, is locked within a web of missteps, from managerial decisions to tactical confusion. It feels as though the spirit of attacking football that defined the club's identity has been buried under a pile of missed opportunities. Despite occasional flashes of brilliance from individual players, the collective intensity that once drove Spurs to dizzying heights has all but disappeared. Where there was once fluidity in attack and unity in defense, there is now a stifled, fragmented approach that leaves fans yearning for the team that once made every game an exciting prospect. Tottenham's famous high-pressing, fast-paced game seems like a distant dream, with the team instead struggling to string together coherent sequences of play. The lack of offensive firepower and tactical discipline has caused frustration to reach boiling point, leaving a once promising season turning into a forgotten hope. And yet, despite all the current disillusionment, there remains a flicker of optimism, a hope that the club can rediscover the identity that made them one of the most thrilling teams in Europe. For Tottenham, the path to redemption will not come from a single change, but rather a complete overhaul of philosophy and approach. With the right leadership, the right tactical direction, and perhaps a few key reinforcements, the ghost of their former footballing brilliance could return. But for now, the question remains, will Tottenham ever be able to shake off this mediocrity, or has the death of their once remarkable style become an irreversible fate? Before we jump back in, here's a quick challenge for you: help us hit that massive milestone of 2,000 subscribers. Smash the like button and subscribe now. Your support keeps the content flowing and the community growing. Let's hit this goal together. As Tottenham Hotspur fans watch the team's struggles unfold, the question of whether the club can ever reclaim its former brilliance grows more urgent with each passing week. The team that once had the Premier League buzzing with excitement now seems a shadow of its former self. The spirit of attacking football, once synonymous with the club, appears to have faded into obscurity. So, what do the fans think? Can Tottenham ever revive the thrilling, high-paced football that once defined them? Or have the ghosts of past glories become too distant to reach? With frustration mounting, the supporters' opinions are becoming even more divided. Some hold on to hope, while others question whether the club can ever truly bounce back. What's clear is that the question of Tottenham's identity isn't just one for the management or players, but for the fans as well. How do they feel about the team's current style of play? Is it enough to keep them invested, or have they already given up on a return to the exhilarating football that once had them on the edge of their seats? The high-pressing and fluid attacking play seem like distant memories, and the question remains, can they rekindle that spark? The supporters are the heart of the club, and their views on the direction the team is heading in could be the driving force behind any potential revival. Will the fans' impatience reach a boiling point? It's becoming more difficult to ignore the elephant in the room. Are the expectations simply too high? Or is the team simply not living up to the legacy that was once carved out? The pressure is mounting, and every passing game adds fuel to the fire. Fans are no longer just spectators, they are now more vocal in demanding change. The question is, how much longer can they tolerate this mediocrity before the club risks losing them altogether? As Tottenham's struggles continue, the answer to the future of the club seems to lie in the hands of the supporters themselves. If the fans begin to lose faith in the team's ability to revive the footballing identity that once made them a thrilling force, could that signal the end of an era? Or, conversely, could the fans rally behind their team, urging them to break free from this cycle of mediocrity and return to the exciting, fast-paced football they once knew? The coming weeks will be critical, and the fans' opinions could very well determine the direction Tottenham Hotspur takes. What are your thoughts? Is it time for a new chapter, or has the death of good football become an irreversible fate? Stay ahead with all the latest Tottenham updates. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to ensure you're always in the loop. Love what you see? Show your support with a like and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Your voice is important to Tottenham. Don't miss out. See you in the next video.